Hi guys, and welcome back to Car Focus. Now, today, I can't believe it, but the sun is shining. It's blue sky, there's no rain, the sun's out, and I am one happy chappy. And I'm even happier because I have got this little beast behind me, which I'm reviewing for the day. Now, I think it's kind of a given who this car belongs to, judging by the graphics on the side. Yeah, it is of course Scorpion exhaust demo car. This is their little Fiesta ST, which I'm out and about in today. And the reason I'm out and about in this today is because my Mk8 Focus RS is currently in their workshop having a new catback exhaust fitted. The Mongoose fully resonated system that I've got on there just wasn't cutting it sound wise. It'd been on there for 7 years. It just needs freshening up, so I want a bit more noise, a newer, fresher exhaust, and obviously I've used the guys at Scorpion before and I can't fault their workmanship. But anyway, today's video isn't about that. Today's video is about this. So I'm in Derbyshire Dales, got some lovely roads around me. The plan is just to quickly do a walk around this car with you, show you what it's all about. We'll then hop in, hit some roads, do a little bit of spirited driving, and I'll kind of share the experience with you, and then we'll throw in some drive-by shots of the exhaust as well, because this is obviously Scorpion's demo car, so it's running a Scorpion exhaust system. So what we'll do now, guys, we'll flip the camera around and I'll show you around this car and I'll go through the specs, exactly what it's got, and then we'll hop in and go for a spin. Right, so here we go. You have to bear with the sunlight, because as much as I love the sunlight, it does tend to play havoc with cameras, particularly when we spin around and look at the front of this car. But here it is. So, Fiesta ST. Now, this isn't a normal Fiesta ST. This has got a list of modifications, which I will go through with you. If we start at the rear of the car, now obviously you can see it's not standard. We've got a CE UK spoiler lip, as you can see there, just to give an extra bit of definition to the spoiler. The car has been semi-wrapped by Blueprint in the Scorpion livery, representing the company. Now at the back of the car here, get my shadow out of the way, we've got the Scorpion carbon tip system. This is actually a GPF back system. You can get a GPF delete, you can get non-res and resonated, but this exhaust does sound really good. It's a nice little car. So moving around to the side, we have got Team Dynamics alloy wheels here. Come on, can you see it? Pro Race 1.2 with Nankang NS2R tyres. Some nice sticky rubber, if you can see them there. Look. Amazing on track, no doubt. We're running stock brake discs, but we've got Ferodo pads. So yeah, moving around to the front of the car. Hope you can see it there. See the decals some more. Sun strip, yeah, you can see the wheels a bit better there. It's lowered on IBAC springs. You can't really go wrong with IBACs as a way to start off with lowering your car. It doesn't compromise the ride, doesn't make it too crashy, too bumpy. So yeah, that is pretty much it from the outside, but these are lovely looking little cars. This doesn't have the LED headlamps, by the way. Now, this car has the performance pack. It's running a Quaife limited slip diff as well. And if we move around to the back here, you'll probably notice this maxed out sticker there. That's actually Pumaspeed. Pumaspeed have fettled with this car, and it's running their stage 1 map, which I'd estimate is probably pushing around the 230 brake, sort of that, around that sort of area. So if we look in the car, the modifications do carry on inside. Wait for the camera to adjust, there we go. So, you can probably see these nice Cobra race seats here with the Scorpion logo. Custom seats. These are Nagaro, I think that's how you pronounce it. Cobra Nagaro seats. Yeah, these seats are really comfortable, guys. They really do hug you. I mean, this little car, it feels like a race car. It does feel like a little race car for the road. I mean, out the box, they feel pretty racy anyway, but this with the map and the little tweaks, it does feel like a handy, fun little car, and that's what I love about these little Super Minis. And then under the bonnet, a few little tweaks under here. We've got a ram air intake, silicone hoses, Pumaspeed battery tie down, and that's pretty much it. It's running a dump valve as well, but other than that, that is the modifications to this car. Right guys, here we are inside the little Fiesta ST. I've found some nice little roads, which should be good to go and have a little bit of fun. We've got the window down. We've got some walls either side of the road, so hopefully you can hear the exhaust, because I think primarily we should talk about the exhaust as it's a Scorpion demo vehicle. Now, it does surprise me how good this little 3-cylinder 1.5 turbo sounds. It's a bit like a little rally car. Just nice little burbles when you come off on the overrun. Nothing too crazy with OTT pops and bangs. Dump valve chirping away. Nice little road this. And the good thing about this system is there's no drone at all when you're driving normally, sedately. And that is what you want from an exhaust. You don't want a loud, boomy, drony exhaust which makes your ears bleed. And bear in mind, this is a GPF back system. So if you go for the GPF delete, non-resonated, you're going to get even more noise. But this is just perfect, really. So, what is this car like to drive? It's probably what you all want to know. Well, my first impressions are, for a start, these seats really comfy. You sit nice and low, and you're really supported here in the shoulders. For somebody of my frame, it's perfect. If I was a bit bigger, maybe I'd be a bit tight in here, but for my smallish frame, I am snug as a bug, and if I was on track, I wouldn't be going anywhere. You can get nice, your back position nice and straight. Yeah, they're nice. It just gives the car that sort of almost like race car feel, doesn't it? Now the Fiesta ST in standard form is pretty much a little go-kart, and these little modifications, they just overemphasize that feeling. So we've got a slightly lower drop on the eye-back springs. They're not too crashy. They're a nice, comfortable but firm ride. So it's not bone-shakingly firm. Just gives you that extra bit of stability on the road, coupled with these Nankang tyres. When you get these warmed up, they're going to grip like shit to a blanket. But the best thing about this car is the way it drives, the way it performs. Now it's just pin sharp, it's so responsive. The steering is super quick as well. Just precision steering inputs, and with this map on as well, you've got a noticeable increase in low down torque, so you don't really have to thrash this car to have fun. You can just literally ride the torque. Change early, third gear is where it's at. third gear is the power gear on this map. You really notice the difference going from second to third. I don't know if torque is limited, maybe boost is limited in the lower gears, first and second. But guys, this car is super fun. It's just such a little point and squirt machine. Look how nimble it is, look. Super tight into the corners. You find yourself just a small little twisty road. You don't even need to go fast to have fun in one of these. And they are, you know, they are fast cars, but if you want to get the most out of it and appreciate just how nimble and agile it really is, just get it on a nice little twisty road. And just push it a little bit. But don't be too dangerous, obviously. It's just like a little, I've used this before, but it's just like a little terrier. It just wants to play. It's constantly kind of nibbling away at you. When you can't really drive this, it's hard to drive this thing sensibly when you get on the right road, because a couple of squirts of the throttle and you get a little taste of it, and then it just becomes a little bit addictive, and then before you know it, you're down the end of the road, big smile on your face. What more could you want? So national speed limit, put it into sport mode, we'll keep the traction control on slightly. Just going to ride that torque again. Dump valve chirping away. Brakes feel really sharp on this. I think those pads probably make quite a big difference. Handles crests and uneven surfaces really well. What I will say though about this car, one thing I have noticed that I don't necessarily like, is it has quite a lot of rev hang. So when you're changing gear quickly, it takes a split second for the revs to drop down. So it can give a bit of an unsatisfying gear change at times. But that is probably the only critique I've got with the car. It more than makes up for it in other areas. It just feels so planted and glued to the road. And now these little Fiestas, they're well kitted out. You don't feel like you're being shortchanged. I know they've increased the price as well to go with that, but competitively, you're still getting yourself quite a good deal, particularly with used cars now. Oh, this is fun, this little road. This is just nice and twisty, technical bit of road. This is what you want in one of these cars. I mean, I'm not even really revving this car out, and I don't need to. Just ride the torque of the map, and job done. Yeah, guys, if you haven't driven a Fiesta ST, a Mark 7 or a Mark 8, I mean, the Mark 8 is better. You need to give it a go, and if it's something you're considering, go try it. Go try it. Get yourself in one. Have a blast. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll have a smile on your face, and I'm sure you'll want to buy one. You probably saw my ST line video that I did last time. I was kind of pushing for that, or trying to see if that was an alternative for this, and it is, but the Fiesta ST is a step up, and in the Fiesta world at the minute, it's as good as you're going to get, particularly with the performance edition. So if you want the best Fiesta there is on the market, if you want a competitive hot hatch, one that can bring you heaps of fun for not too much money, then surely one of these cars has to be a big consideration. few little tweaks, wheels, suspension, exhaust, and you've got yourself a little racetrack ready car, and it doesn't really cost that much money to get it there. Even out the box, it's more than capable on a track. If you own a Mk8 Fiesta ST and you'd like to upgrade your exhaust, then check out Scorpion Exhaust website. There's a few options you can have with the exhaust, as I said, with GPF, non-GPF, resonated, non-resonated. You get some nice chrome tips as well. Go check out the website, guys. But I highly recommend considering them if you're thinking about upgrading your exhaust. I've had Scorpion exhausts on every car that I've modified. Obviously my Mark III, I think the Scorpion was the best sounding exhaust on the Mark III. I was more than happy with that. And my Mark II is obviously getting the Scorpion as well, which is for another video, but I'm hoping that's going to sound better than it did before. But yeah, guys, that's it from me in this little Fiesta ST. If you've enjoyed it, comment below, like and subscribe as always, and until the next video, take care, and I shall see you soon.